Seychelles was lovely, but do you know, I couldn't face months of it. Every morning we'd be up at the crack of dawn doing our workout with son Ian online. That's basefitness.co.uk for all you guys. But the rot started by watching Norralie on Itchy Boots in the dark Seychelles evenings. We also had grandchildren we hadn't seen for 18 months who were probably beginning to think we were just another Saturday morning television show. First up, get the boat round to the yard and out the water. The Eden anchorage is really very nice, but as I say, 3 months of it, I just couldn't take any more. It was time to go. Our 2-year-old anti-fouling was no longer anti-fouling. First hurdle, get the frontal lobotomy for a mere €110. Get an early breakfast for an early start. Pack up all the rubbish and go. Some of the Asian travellers taking their COVID protection very seriously. But once on board and in the airports, it all went to mince. And look who made it, Mr. Lilac Bag. Midnight taxi ride into town and Iceland was already on fire. True wonders of motorcycling, that all this gets squished into these. A miracle of packing. We made it to Iceland, so what do you do first thing? Go and check out the boats. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a wee boat? Anne said, let's go to the Pens Museum. So I thought, pens? That's a bit strange. Maybe we'll see an antique Mont Blanc or something. And then I saw the error of my ways. Iceland's only penis museum. The city's famous church. And now I know where they got the inspiration for the museum from. So, packed up, we hit the road for our first stop on the Golden Circle.
This is the Europe plate.
Eurasian
plate. And this is the American plate in plate tectonics, and they are separating at a rate of 2 centimetres a year.
Fancy that? If it's not bubbling, it's blowing. It's all going on in Iceland somewhere. We stopped to look at the steaming geysers, then pushed on for lunch. Happy 43rd wedding anniversary. I know how to treat a girl. The accommodation has been varied, but all of them have had stunning breakfasts. Iceland is renowned for its horses, and this is the best photo we've got so far. Rush hour to get to the Seljalandsfoss waterfall. Rent a jeep in Iceland and go crazy offshore, off-road. And on your left, the waterfall. After the waterfall, we continued on to the beach, where we saw the black sand and the puffins puffing about. Stopped for lunch and having the superb superb lunch of millionaire shortbread. Oh, living like kings. Now, I'm not one for complaining, but we came away from the Seychelles to get away from the heat, so let's go to Iceland. It's going to be freezing. It's 23 degrees. We're absolutely sweltering. Can you believe it? 50 years ago, this glacier would have been at our feet, but it's somewhat receded, a bit like my hairline, actually. You're knackered. These are the mini icebergs carved from the glacier, making their way out to sea to trap unsuspecting yachtsmen. This really is an added bonus. Imagine coming to Iceland and getting weather like this. After years and years in the tropics, it's beautiful to have clean, fresh air. And underpants, right enough. We're from Scotland, so we can do scenery, but Iceland is right up there with us, I can tell you. We stopped for lunch by the sea in this lovely little fishing village of Djúpivogur. What did we have for lunch, darling?
Thank you.
You come all the way from Asia to Iceland to get a Thai chicken curry. Whoa! The turf houses of Hayartha of the farm. And the problem is, do you know what your name is? Your name is Rack. of lamb. Yum yum.
Well, as you can see, the fields are full of winter silage. All the fields, every piece of land that is able to be cultivated is used for silage, and yet there doesn't seem to be enough animals to eat all this feed. Unless the sheep are all up in the hills, which I suppose they could be.
Sheep will all be away on holiday. Well, that's it for Time Bandits Iceland Part 1. Come back for Part 2 in 7-10 days maybe. Hope you enjoyed it.